99% of men don't do this, but women absolutely love it. Sounds a bit extreme, right? But let me ask you this. How often do you see a guy who seems to have it all? Looks, money, confidence, yet he still struggles to build deep, meaningful connections with women? Here's the truth. It's not just about appearance, wealth, or charm. Most men completely overlook a few small but incredibly powerful gestures that make a massive difference. Today, I'm going to reveal 7 hidden secrets that women secretly crave but rarely talk about. These aren't the typical dating tips you've heard 100 times. These are subtle psychological triggers backed by science and ancient Stoic wisdom that can completely transform how women perceive you. These secrets make you unforgettable without trying too hard. Imagine this. What if you could tap into a woman's subconscious desires, the ones she doesn't even fully understand herself? What if you could stand out from 99% of men, not by chasing or proving yourself, but by knowing exactly what makes her feel seen, desired, and emotionally connected? Because here's the thing, if you don't know these secrets, you're at a major disadvantage. You might be missing the opportunity to build real, lasting attraction, the kind that lingers in her mind long after you're gone. That's why you need to stick around until the end of this video. The final secret is the most powerful of them all, and once you hear it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you're serious about mastering these game-changing techniques, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the life-changing insights coming your way. All right, let's jump in. Secret number 1, the power of touch before intimacy. Picture this. You're on a date. The conversation's flowing, she's laughing, everything seems to be going well, but something feels a little off. There's a spark missing. She's engaged, but not fully drawn in. You drop her off, send a follow-up text. And then? Silence. So what happened? Most men focus only on what they're saying to build attraction. They assume that if the conversation is good, the connection must be there. But for women, attraction isn't just verbal, it's physical and emotional. And one of the most underrated ways to create that deeper connection is touch. Not in a pushy, aggressive way, not in a way that makes her uncomfortable. I'm talking about intentional, subtle, meaningful touch, especially before intimacy. One of the most overlooked gestures that women secretly crave, a gentle massage, no strings attached. It sounds simple, right? But it's incredibly powerful. Because for women, emotional connection often matters more than physical attraction. A calm, non-sexual touch sends a message that words never could. I see you. I care about you. You're safe with me. It's not about trying to impress her or being a pro masseuse. It's about being present in the moment, making her feel relaxed, understood, and desired, emotionally, not just physically. That's the key. It's not just about touch itself. It's about the intention behind it. If you're just going through the motions, it's not going to work. But if you're present, engaged, and actually paying attention to how she responds, she'll feel that difference instantly. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Don't overthink it. Don't make it awkward. Just be in the moment and let your actions speak for you." Here's the harsh truth most men ignore. They never take the time to understand this concept. That's why they remain in the 99%, constantly struggling with emotional intimacy. But the men who do get this, they create lasting, meaningful connections that women can't forget. In a world full of surface-level interactions and instant gratification, a thoughtful, grounded approach like this is rare. But when you master it, you become part of the 1%, the men who understand what women truly desire on a much deeper level. Secret number 2, the art of flirting with confidence and respect. Most guys completely misunderstand flirting. They either come on too strong, pushing too hard, too fast, or they hold back out of fear, afraid to make a wrong move. Here's the truth. Women love flirting, but only when it's done with confidence, subtlety, and respect. A man who flirts effortlessly stands out because he creates an energy that's playful and exciting, but never pressured. Flirting isn't about showing off, cracking corny jokes, or throwing out cheesy lines. It's about keeping the vibe light, fun, and engaging. Think of it like a dance. You lead, she follows, but neither of you should feel forced into the rhythm. One of the best ways to flirt? Playful teasing. Let's say she says she loves sushi. You smile and say, sushi? That's your go-to? Clearly, you've never had my cooking. That's a subtle challenge. It keeps the conversation fun and creates a sense of light-hearted competition. But here's the key. Flirting isn't about seeking approval. The moment you try too hard to impress, you lose your edge. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin, the ones who can joke around without needing validation. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in again. A high-value man doesn't flirt to win someone over. He flirts because he enjoys the moment, the connection, the vibe. He stays emotionally grounded, never needy, never desperate. Beyond words, body language and eye contact are everything. A confident smirk, a slow nod, a well-timed pause. These speak louder than any pickup line ever could, because attraction isn't built through words alone. It's built through presence, energy, and confidence. So ask yourself, are you flirting to impress? Or are you flirting because you genuinely enjoy the moment? Master that shift, and you'll start to see attraction work in your favor. Secret number 3. Why touching her hair at the right moment creates instant connection. Touching a woman's hair, when done at the right moment, can seem like a small, almost insignificant gesture. But in reality, it can create an instant emotional spark. Done wrong, it can feel awkward, forced, or even invasive. Done right, it builds deep, unspoken intimacy. The key is understanding why it works. The scalp is one of the most sensitive areas on the body, filled with nerve endings that can trigger powerful emotional responses. So a gentle, intentional touch to her hair doesn't just feel good physically, it sends a message without a word being spoken. I see you, I'm present with you, I'm tuned into your energy. But here's where most men mess up. They rush it, they do it mechanically, or they try it before any real connection has been built. Touching her hair isn't about absent-mindedly playing with it, it's about creating a moment of closeness and emotional resonance. Picture this. You're sitting beside her, lost in a deep, flowing conversation. She leans in, a soft laugh escapes, and at just the right moment, you gently brush a strand of hair away from her face. That single action, done with confidence and care, can say more than an entire conversation. But timing is everything. This isn't something you try on a first date or a casual meetup. It only works when there's already warmth, trust, and chemistry between you. Look for the signs. She's leaning in, she's fully engaged, her body language is open, inviting closeness. That's when the moment is right. The worst thing you can do, force it when she's not there yet. That's why presence and awareness are everything. From a Stoic perspective, this is a practice in emotional intelligence. Stoicism teaches us to remain grounded, to act with intention rather than impulse, to lead with clarity instead of desire. So don't reach out just because you feel like it. Reach out when the moment calls for it, when it naturally deepens the connection, because when done with the right energy, a simple touch to her hair becomes unforgettable. Secret number 4, the quiet confidence of a hand on her back. This might seem like nothing, a casual touch, but a gentle hand on a woman's lower back in public sends a powerful signal. Whether you're guiding her through a crowd or walking side by side on a busy street, that simple gesture speaks volumes. It communicates leadership, presence, confidence, protection. And yet, 99% of men either completely overlook this or second-guess themselves into hesitation. Women don't need over-the-top displays of masculinity to feel secure. What they're truly drawn to are subtle, instinctual signals that a man is grounded, aware, and capable of leading. When you place your hand on her back, calm, assured, natural, you're telling her, "I've got you. I'm aware of you. You're safe with me." It's not about dominance. It's not about control. It's about presence, being fully in the moment with her, not trying to impress, just being the kind of man who moves with confidence and intention. No words needed. Where most men go wrong. Here's where most guys slip up. They either hesitate too long, making the moment feel awkward, or they move in a way that feels forced and unnatural. But this gesture, placing your hand on her back, isn't about possessiveness. It's not about seeking attention or approval. It's about presence. When done right, the touch is light, deliberate, and intentional, just enough for her to feel your presence without you saying a word. Picture this. You're walking side by side, heading into a restaurant. As you step ahead to open the door for her, your hand gently rests on the small of her back. Just for a second. Just enough to guide her forward naturally without breaking stride. That simple, subtle moment, it speaks volumes. It's a quiet act of leadership. A well-groomed beard does more than change your look. It shapes how women perceive you on a primal, subconscious level. Multiple studies have shown that bearded men are often viewed as more mature, more dominant, and, most importantly, more protective. These are not just surface-level traits, they're deeply rooted in evolutionary psychology. Women instinctively associate facial hair with strength and stability. Not the messy, unkempt kind, but the beard that's intentional, clean, and masculine. It signals that you take care of yourself, that you're grounded, not trying too hard, just being who you are. From a stoic lens, this is the embodiment of natural confidence. You're not growing a beard to impress anyone. You're simply expressing your essence, without apology. And when you carry that energy, strong, calm, self-assured, women feel it. So whether it's the subtle brush of your hand, the mention of a dream, or the quiet power of how you show up, every small choice becomes part of something bigger, a presence she won't forget. Secret number 7. The primal power of a well-groomed beard. Let's talk primal attraction. Think back to ancient times, warriors, leaders, philosophers. What did they almost all have in common? A beard, not just for style, but as a symbol of wisdom, resilience, and masculinity. It signaled a man's ability to protect, provide, and lead. And here's the thing, even today, those subconscious associations haven't disappeared. In fact, science backs it up. Studies show that bearded men are often perceived as more dominant, more confident, more capable. But here's where most men miss the mark. It's not just about growing a beard, it's about maintaining it. A messy, unkempt beard doesn't say leader, it says, I don't care. A well-groomed beard, on the other hand, sends a clear message. I take care of myself. I'm intentional. I'm in control. That kind of self-discipline? It's magnetic. This ties directly into Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your appearance reflects your inner state. And a well-kept beard isn't just facial hair, it's a signal. A sign of composure, patience, and self-mastery. And don't forget the psychological edge. Contrast. A good beard frames your face, sharpens your jawline, and makes your expressions more distinct. It adds ruggedness, balanced by refinement. That contrast, it's primal. It's deeply attractive. Now, do you need a beard to be attractive? Number. But if you can grow one and groom it well, it's a tool worth using. Final thoughts. How to apply these secrets naturally. By now, you've uncovered 7 hidden secrets that most men never even think about. Yet each one taps into powerful instinctive triggers that spark attraction at a deep level. Let's recap. Touching her hair at the right moment builds instant emotional chemistry. A light hand on her back shows quiet strength and confident leadership. Being her protector in small, unnoticed ways makes her feel safe without knowing why. Mentioning a dream about her triggers intrigue and emotional connection. A well-groomed beard taps into primal perceptions of strength and stability. Flirting with respect sets you apart from the crowd And touching before intimacy, when done right, builds trust and magnetic presence. Now, how do you apply all of this? Here's the key. Don't force it. True attraction isn't built from a checklist. It's built from presence, awareness, and intentionality. You're not performing. You're simply being a man who's in tune with himself and with her. If you're walking beside her and the moment feels right, rest your hand lightly on her back. If she's laughing, relaxed, and close, brush a strand of hair from her face. If there's a quiet moment of connection, drop a simple line. I had the strangest dream about you. Let it flow. Let it feel natural. And here's what matters even more. These secrets don't just make you more attractive to women. They make you a better man, period. Because when you practice presence, composure, and quiet confidence, you don't just win in dating, you win in life. Women are drawn to men who move with purpose, who stay calm under pressure, and who live with a sense of direction. That's what makes Stoicism such a game changer. The Stoic man doesn't seek approval, he doesn't chase, he simply is. And that's what makes him unforgettable.